long, but still the heaviest of hitters out here today, including Josh Sheehan, who just missed the podium at X Games Minneapolis earlier this summer.
Yeah, it's so crazy to think Sheeny, he's won this event before. He rides so well there with the double flip no-hander. He got 4th in freestyle and best trick at Minneapolis with tricks like that. A 4th place, can you believe it? So, I mean, he wants to make redemption, but the next guy we've got, Thomas Pages from France. Another crazy fact about Thomas, 33 years old, he won his first gold medal in freestyle. He's been in the sport since 2006, been throwing down some of the biggest tricks. You see the double flip no-hander there. But Thomas also brings a very, very different range of tricks to the sport, like the
limited practice time, especially on a course like this.
I mean, I'm going to say someone like Sheen out on Winter X Games. He tore his Achilles.
That's right.
2 weeks before. Also missed Austin in 2016 with an injury 2 weeks before.
Actually, in your first ever X Games.
Definitely. I mean, you have to set a decent score. You have to do a decent run, but you also become the benchmark of. You mentioned before the show that the amount of rain we've had, which is unbelievable. Huge Cordova backflip there. You could see he got injured before X Games when he was meant to be in it. So I'm sure he's just stoked to be out here now. Big Holy Grab 2 rock solid. That's a great, but in Mexico too. I think of places I'd rather spend 6 days in hospital. All right, big double can there. I mean, obviously we're contest into like a huck fest almost.
Right.
Who wants to go out there who's not really that comfortable and send it anyway? But I mean, the Aussies are always pretty good at that. So I'm not sure what the time is here. Have we got how much? We got a time?
Yeah, we don't so long. This is really special for this crowd.
100%. The Aussies are passionate about their freestyles. We check out the replay of Kyle DeMello. Actually, huge switchblade Indian air flip there from Kyle. As you can see, it crosses the bike up at the start, but he was ready for it. Lands nice and straight. A little bit low there. You can see the soft dirt on the landing. Coming up now with the Cordova backflip. Perfectly done. Lands a little long, but again, I mean, little practice for these guys. We can't criticize them too much about being so precise. Check out that slow-mo view here. All right, so we've just been informed that the format will be 6 jumps only. That's the whole format now. There's no clock. That's due to the limited amount of practice time. And when I say limited, these guys literally rode out for about Nitro World Games just recently. Took up the win. Huge ruler there. Smooth on the landing too.
And you're already seeing an elevated style right here compared to Kyle.
Yes, definitely. He's definitely come out with a lot more intensity. He looks a lot more comfortable than Kyle. We've got the levers up now. Huge ruler flip, looking through, big commit. Pretty quick, but if it's a 6-jump format, you know, you've got the luxury of being able to take the time and just get straight into it. He's not worried about the 6-jump format. 360 there. He came out swinging, and he's already got a more bonus trick for the crowd there. Double grab backflip. That one was just... So here we look at that replay. Yep, first replay is going to be the ruler. Huge extension all the way over the front. Landing, check the landing out. Nice and smooth, right at the top where the landing's nice and dry. Suspension.
Rider, Libor Podmal, believe it or not, he has not competed at freestyle at X Games since 2013.
He's had a long absence of freestyle. He focuses a lot on the step up.
So here's Libor's first run in the freestyle final.
Cordova backflip there to open it up. Landing nice and smooth. You can see how hard it is. One bit off before you hit the bottom of that landing and hit those ruts, you're probably going to cartwheel. Next up, heel clicker to Indian air backflip. Landings ramp right around and still be competitive, which is, it's usually in the normal circumstances, it wouldn't be considered, a competitive run by hitting energy up. He kept the intensity up, and that can have a big effect with the judges rather than, the moment of pause in between. You see Libor getting up there with a big switchblade flip. Nice and smooth from Libor. He actually invented the surfer takeoff flip. Again, to imagine that going on.
Yeah, we're going to have to refer back to that a few times here today. Here's Libor, still in run 1.
Oh, seat grab, side set. That was
only Ronnie Renner, but as we said, still trying to find that first freestyle medal.
Let's see what he's got. I think I've actually lost count. Fancy that. Oh, cliffhanger flip. Man, that is huge. Podmole. Here we go with a replay of that cliffhanger flip. You see him clamp the feet, stretch out, not fully extended, but I'm pretty sure I did not even see him warm up for that trick in the very short warm-up that we had. So, I mean, he's going to hate me for saying it, but the old guy out there.
A fact is a fact, Bill.
No stranger to this. He's a veteran of the sport, one of the most solid and consistent riders out there. but recently his contest results have been hindered because he does not want to double tricks. Is huge.
And you're seeing the pace change from him to Libor.
Yeah, for sure. Huge dead body.
Got 6 medals. He's won this before once. It was back in 2007, I believe.
Roll a backflip there, looking through, landing smooth, and looking pretty smooth for how rough the conditions are. That's, whoa, checking it.
About the progression, as you said, no double backflips, no bike flips. You don't really see the big body variables. But in conditions like this, where maybe not everyone...
I mean, the 6 tricks that he has are going to be 6 bangers, and it all depends on what everyone else does. Huge dead body flip. Massive replays here. There it is, the turntable, no-hander. Huge extension, one of the hardest tricks. Like I said, his upright tricks.
Over first place, we're in the middle of run 1 here at Moto X Freestyle at X Games Sydney.
In the air, so when we let go and come back to them, we know they're going to be where we left them. After field this weekend out there are going to be on 454 strokes. Again, just personal preference. The 4 strokes probably are a little more powerful, making some tricks easier, but what you gain in power, you're sacrificing in weight. So
to watch the contest go down.
I know, we've been sort of selfish with it. We didn't want to let that secret out, but you've
been working on a new trick. I don't want to call it just yet because of the conditions. Wow, Tucker's one of those guys that excels. It's going to be a one to remember.
Huge Shaolin flip there from Tucker.
Big. As you said, conditions obviously the name of the game right now.
Huge ruler Indian air flip.
Oh,
so
in per run.
Conditions are definitely crying out there now. Seat grab, heart attack, Indian air
from the back, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Oh, huge.
Whoa.
How does he make that look so?
Around 6 foot, he's the tallest guy out there. Tucker probably stands at about all
we
about.
See it.
The Cali roll.
Cali roll. No, he's saving it.
See here on the replay. Hopefully get a replay explain a little better, but starting off, kiss of death, Indian air.
Huge.
Massive extension. Getting right there. Watch the landing. The landing looks looking a little pretty smooth, but here's the California roll, as we talked about. Hand on the seat, and then as he takes off, he'll spin around on the motorcycle and grab back on. The difference between that and the vault, Higashina.
Taco taking over the top spot. So, Jacko, I'm excited to see now if he can. Harry Bink was supposed to compete in this event literally about a minute before we were set to go. As Ryan Brown takes off on his first trick, Bink's dislocating him.
But yeah, back to Ryan Brown right now. Huge switchblade flip. Holy grab to Indian air, and give it a smooth over in between runs. But yeah, Ryan Brown, first X Games appearance, got to be pumped to be out there. Huge ruler. Is that Indy to Indy, Jack?
No matter what the conditions are. So the guys that have that talent are really going to excel today.
Well, they can muscle that bike around pretty damn good. 6 foot.
Because they get to see everything. Now it feels like the guys who went early on may have the upper hand.
Oh, that was huge.
But as you said about the conditions, yes, definitely the guys that rode earlier normally are at a disadvantage.
Right.
The guy plays a Ryan Brown. This you can see he's got huge flip combo tricks.
Indy to Indy.
Massive extension on both. I missed the last one. We'll hopefully get a replay of that. It looked like he just greased the knuckle with his front wheel. That was nice and smooth there for Ryan Brown. I think this could be it here. It's a huge roller flip looking through all the way. Massive. The back, crack the back with that one. See right there, front wheel just on the knuckle. So that would have been
still leading the way with that 90.33, but we move on here in our final. Josh Sheehan set to drop in for his food here, Jacko, to get back on and get a medal here at X Games.
Josh has double flips. He's got all the big tricks. So stay tuned. He's a veteran as well, you know. So he's going to
FMX podium. But that was back in 2016 in Austin. But he does have the double flip. He does have 360 combos. Huge flatliner Indian air there. But despite all that, as a double flip in this run, just what he's going to pick for his other 3 tricks. What are your thoughts, Jacko?
We're definitely going to see double, possibly a double combo. So
huge double grab flip.
Yeah,
so Clinton Moore's did it that same year, and I think Travis is the only other guy to do it as well in moto events. 360.
Huge.
Beautiful from Sheehan. He's one of the only guys that spins to the right, jumps left. I think we're going to see the ruler flip here. He's got the levers up. Huge. One of the biggest in the sport, easily. Yeah, about 11 years, but I never quite had the extension.
Here we go, the first double flip of the day. Yeah, so smooth.
And he does it, no problem, the double back.
Let's check out some replays of Josh. Here it is on the doubles. One, perfect. You can see for a second there, he looks down, spots the landing, knows everything is going smooth, tucks in, does the second double, a second flip, makes it the double, lands absolutely
check, see that?
Yeah.
Attempt. We move on now to Rob Adelberg, sitting in his 9th X Games appearance. He's gotten
before, but it was winner X on the snow bike.
Yeah, best trick.
He's looking for it in freestyle right here. Quad over flip to start things off.
Shortly. Jacko, you have experience with the snow bikes where he won a gold medal. Talk about the challenges of taking this to snow.
Perfect. That was insane. I could not wait to see the replay of that. That was smooth as silk. So that's back to that huge.
Sheehan with that top spot of a 92.66. Adelberg, though, challenging him.
There's the Cali roll. Looking like he was looking for the no-handed lander. Both go hand in hand, though.
And that was the trick that won him gold, correct, back in Aspen?
Yes, back to the snow bike. That was the trick that he did to win the gold medal. Indian air to heel clicker flip. Doesn't look like the biggest.
Come on, Rob.
He lines it up. Oh, the one-hander.
Hang on to him.
Lands long. What do we got here? Is this the front flip? Just look at the commitment. Tucks all the way forward. Grabs the front and rear brake. Jacko,
good spin. Look how far he got around on this one. That was like a really good rotation. Tight run up there too. Like, that's going to make a front flip hard. So with the conditions in the course, definitely aren't favouring front flips. So to see Rob get out there and do it that smooth is unreal.
And if anyone's going to talk us through the front flip and how to do it, it's this man, Jackson Strong, right here. They're doing a little bit of course maintenance down there. We've got DeMello up for his second run, so he'll be looking to improve. Maybe use the first one as just a bit of a warm-up, just to feel it out.
Yep, Kyle DeMello making his X Games debut. He's sitting in 8th place, put down.
They're coming off a torn Achilles tendon earlier in the year. It's a tough one to do. Started off huge rule.
Of some of the other riders, this seems to be his strategy here today.
Yeah, it's the safest strategy, and in this day and age in freestyle motocross, the safest strategy is probably the best one. But rule at Indian air there, nice upright extension.
And delayed a lot of the construction out here, got the dirt wet, but the show must go on, and it has thus far as DeMello.
Poured over to super bit, and as you see, they didn't get back to the pegs. Holy grab, missed the rock solid on that one, so I think Kyle's just...
The torn Achilles right before X Games Aspen.
The torn Achilles just makes me cringe thinking about it.
360 from DeMello.
Silk.
This is it, his final trick on his final run.
Goes for the ruler flip, KOD flip there, didn't look through. Big extension from...
We'll see.
Definitely.
Let's have a look here on the...
Indian air, backflip there. Almost kiss of death, Indian air, nice and smooth. See how that landing is, that's good. There it is from another angle. Oh, this is the last jump, the kiss of death backflip.
Just didn't quite get the extension through there.
But you can see the bike just completely stop when you see that.
On that very strong 87, we saw the cliffhanger flip. What can he do?
Actually throw right now to bump him up. So let's just sit back and enjoy the show and see what he brings. A one-handed cam flip. That hasn't competed at X Games before. Does a lot of stuff in Europe. So there's that huge cliffhanger flip.
The two of you.
Yeah, Jacko's got more. Looking back to Pat now, huge double grab flip. That was great. Yeah, Jacko's got more gold as well. 3 in the first run. Got the levers up for the next one.
KOD flip, 100%.
You called it, Jacko. Perfect extension. You see when they get back on.
Would be needed to get into that bronze medal position.
His best run was 87, so that's quite a step up.
Yeah.
Oh!
That was a new one.
That's it. Like I said, I asked him earlier if he was bringing anything new. He just kept to
Kept it
himself.
close to the vest. There we saw 2 new tricks from him there on run number 2.
All right, here we go. Starting it off. This is the huge ruler flip. Now watch the motorcycle when his head tucks back in to get back on.
That thing just stalls now.
Stalls, yeah.
That rotated the opposite way for a minute there.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. A side-on view of that is actually really crazy to watch. And then here we have, will this be the double grab or the Rocky? Now, first
Frame
time
by
I've
frame.
seen...
Oh, that was good.
That was...
Not quite what Tucker Higashino had, but it's definitely like still one of the...
Put down a 77.3.
That's me, Bilko seats for sitting on.
Definitely not.
Oh.
That's not a good way to start his
Not a
second
good start.
run. I'm not sure if it's the first, but the rock solid flip wasn't greatly extended, and maybe that's why he didn't bump up with his score so much. But Leebor's first jump, you know, the quarter over flip. Right around there, have some fun for the Aussie fans and enjoy the sunshine while we've got it.
It's great to see him still putting in effort and still throwing out some really big tricks and riding the best of his ability, even though his first one is he had to throw himself.
Yeah, you'll see some people actually happen and they'll pull off and just, you know, they're throwing the rest of their run away. But, you know, sometimes you just got to do it for the fans and get back out there and have a bit of fun with it. And obviously we've got doubles coming up as well. So maybe Leebor using this for a bit of practice for doubles. Hitting the other ramp for the first time.
Good to see the guys using the up to using all the different ramps, and when they're not getting scored on it, it's good to should really reflect their abilities. Yes.
Foot slip there, like you said, Jacko. Let's see if we've got a replay of that now. No, that was the first one. You can see how off axis his flip was, so that obviously affected whatever he was going to try. So Leebor, little bit of a throwaway run, but obviously conditioned to hit. Watch that feet.
Oh my God.
His heel was on the shroud, which is shiny plastic. It's meant to be on the floor where there is grip tape. And obviously
leading early in run number 1 with that really solid 88.33 before the back end came through.
And uprights in the last one. I think to elevate his score, he's going to have to bring out some of those other flip tricks we know he has.
Yeah, definitely. You're right there, Jacko, for sure. He double backflip or a front flip. So he's going to have to dig deep into his flip combos. And, I mean, it's all up to Adam now, but he seems to be sticking with the same run as his first one. The huge good he is and how smooth and how consistent that he's still just fighting for that podium, but huge top 5 sometimes, and even the podium says, as he's doing right now, he's on the bubble, he's in 4th. There's that turntable note, adding the saran wrap at the end. I think he was looking for that in the... This be his final jump. Huge double grab flip. He held that too. Held
that at 34 years old, the oldest in this field.
Yes, the oldest in the field. Sorry again, Adam, but we have to bring it up. Huge dead body flip. I mean, if you pause every got right now, first up, the cliffhanger flip. See, perfect extension.
Textbook.
Didn't get, he got his feet in the right spot, unlike poor Leebor, but perfect there with the cliffhanger flip. Next one up, what do we got? The double grab
flip. This one was textbook, absolutely.
And he
sensational.
Held it for a long time as well.
Moto X Freestyle. Will Rob Adelberg reign supreme? Find out when we return here at X Games Sydney. Podium is the last guys to drop in and shake things
to a bit shinier medal, so we'll see. He's lining it up. He's lining it up.
This could be it.
Come on, Tucker. Yes, perfect.
Yes! Unbelievable. It's the first time he's ever done.
When work pays off like that, that was sensational. Come on, Tucker. Now you've got to finish the run.
Huge shailing flip, a little bit short on the extension, but also mentioning the double him up a spot in the medal standings, because if Thomas Pages comes out swinging, that double flip might be the difference between a medal or not for Tucker.
Oh, look at Tucker. He's bringing the audacity in with now for the next couple of years contest season with that double flip in his run.
Definitely, that's lit a fire under.
You've got the energy to just throw down one of the best runs of your life, as Tucker's doing right now.
And you get the scariest thing out of
seeing Tucker on the podium in 5 years at X Games.
It's crazy, and that's going back to the double backflip and how it kind of It kind of put a hold on certain riders' careers just because it was so bright.
Look,
Jacko, talk us through this double flip right here.
He's thinking,
And then right about now, Arigato. He's very
Arigato.
happy.
Sayonara. Let's finish this run off.
See the bog spot where he landed. That landing's still so soft. So he was good to muscle that out. Landed absolutely perfect.
I can just see his happy little smile under that helmet for the rest of the run.
There's the Cali roll we
Filled with
mentioned
excitement.
earlier. We're holding onto the seat where the rider spins around a full rotation and gets back onto the motorcycle. You will see Thomas Pages if he comes back out. Sheeny is on the bubble right now, but in the meantime, we have Ryan Brown.
Along with our defending gold
Here we
medalist,
go.
Thomas Paget.
Seat grab, Indian S, been smooth this whole time, but we've seen in his first run, he clipped that knuckle of the landing by about a foot, and I think he just got away with it. But that was a huge extension to get so far away from the motorcycle and get that extension so far, because it's, you know, pretty obvious you got an extra 2 feet of body to get away from the motorcycle.
Flipped his foot on the back.
Definitely, after a nervous moment like that, you do want to gather your breath, change your shorts, and go again.
You said it, not me. Oh, look at that.
Huge no-handed flip with that landing. As we mentioned earlier, no-handed lander, not such a good idea out there today.
Oh,
Huge extension, and that time he gets it over the knuckle, perfect.
he's doing really well.
So this is Ryan Brown's final run.
Indy to Indy, and smooth again. I can't believe how smooth he's landing off that ramp.
Well done, Ryan. That was good.
Stomping it for the X Games rookie. Checking out some replays now. What do we got? This is the seat grab Indy, the first one. A little bit small. I've seen him do bigger, but
I want to see the
double can.
Yeah, where he kicked his foot there.
Hopefully this is the one here. No, it's a ruler flip. Huge extension, looking through. That was insane. And then gets it over the knuckle.
Bronze medal position, fellas. He put down that 92.66.
Because you only go, you know, not so high off the quarter pipe. The amplitude and the excitement of the quarter pipe tricks aren't that much. So in a 6-run format, is it worth throwing away one of his big flip combos to hit the quarter pipe and do a flare in?
I want to see a double flip combo, and I think Josh is going to bring that today.
Right about now, you called it, Jacko. No, didn't get the hands off. We know he has a no-handed double. Back to what I was saying, 360 heel clicker, he has that in his bag of tricks. Will that be enough? We know he has to do something new. That double grab looked a little more extended than they're going to call it, and this is what he needs to
Josh.
bump up above Taka Higashino.
Can he do it?
Yeah.
There it is.
And he does!
Finishing off huge.
Yes.
Oh.
He just held that forever.
That's it. You called it. We've got another jump. I've got to learn to count. 360 seat grab ending. Seat grab heart attack, sorry. That one.
Back up against the wall, has his best run of the day.
That no-handed double was textbook as well.
Landed smooth, landed perfect. I want to see the replay of this 360 heart attack. Insane.
You can respect that.
Went and executed it. Rob's going through his mind right now. What does he need to do? It's less than a point difference. So I think if Rob cleans up his run, he's definitely got it. He can definitely do it.
Wow, Josh Sheehan, we talked about it at the top. Missing out.
He pulps out of the tunnel. And this is what he did in Minneapolis. His first run, he missed a shift before his very first jump. Threw away his first run completely.
From the rafters, Pages making his return.
He's been out the back. He had to replace the brake lever on his bike. And he's got one of the special components he has on that bike. That bike weighs 84 kilos, which is about 13 kilos less than a regular freestyle bike. It's covered in carbon fiber, fully custom, head to toe, to make it so much lighter, and that's why you see Tom do the tricks he does. But this is make or break right now. This is to do what he did in Minneapolis, come from the back to the front.
His last jump out there was a double backflip. His next one is going to be a double backflip. To overcome those nerves, this is how you do it.
Look at the crowd and nod, just say, yeah, that's what's up.
That's what I came here for, he says.
There's the vault, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call it right now. You might as well grab some popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the Thomas. This is the Thomas trick. Thomas Pages, the only person that does it.
And he brings it around!
Unreal, Thomas.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to be here in the booth right now and sit here and talk about it. I just want to watch this guy ride because when Thomas is on, Thomas is on.
Alley-oop flare.
Is this real life?
No, this is a video game.
Yes.
Thomas Pages!
Wins
The
in
margin
half.
for error, razor
360.
thin.
Straight flat 360.
That was incredible.
Spotless Stadium is going nuts right now.
See Harry Bink down there, obviously be bitterly disappointed with his shoulder coming out. He's scheduled for surgery in a couple of weeks, have that fixed, but right now, let's just sit back and watch Thomas Pages and do the Thomas Pages show. Amazing, amazing stuff after crashing his first jump. Huge flat line.
Huge extension.
You see how sideways?
Earlier this summer.
Look at this, look at this.
Whoa!
That was massive.
Did
because
you see
he
his
stands
throttle
up.
hand? He nearly missed his throttle hand. He was fingertips on the throttle when he got back, and if that would have been disaster.
So motivating to see Thomas come back after that crash too. That really does take some.
We weren't sure if
And
we
that
were
was-
going to see him out here for
That
run
was
number
a
2.
huge impact. You see there, the vault, that was what we were talking, the difference between that and the Kelly roll. Here, the bike flip. No, that's the opposite flare, alley-oop flare. You don't even know that
He
he's
just
actually
points it
got
in
it.
perfect.
And then lands, as you said, Jacko, just point. I mean, that
Gentlemen, an all-time performance, right? I mean, for Thomas Pages, we talked about it. Finally getting that first freestyle gold at X Games Minneapolis this year. Now he goes 2 for 2.
Seems as though he's going streaking now in a celebration.
He's going to have to hang on to that jersey. He's going to need for doubles. But yes, back-to-back for Thomas. And I don't see him stopping anytime soon. With the run that he has, the tricks, the way he's elevated the sport.
You guys know the pressure when the target's on your back, when you win that gold medal, to come back and perform with your back up against the wall. You're on the outside looking in. He was in last place